Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sailing fans of all ages, Cap'n Jak here. Man, I'm telling you guys something. There are days that are just stunning days. Today's been one of them. I did some work. I did some work on the deck. I'll bring you up there and show you in just a minute. Drinking a Dr. Pepper, no alcohol today. So, I figured I would do a sunset for you, because where we're at right here, we have just amazing sunsets. They're fantastic, beautiful. I've posted some photographs of them, and I'm sure that you've seen, well, if you follow me on socials, you've seen them. If you don't, then you haven't, so this will be your first time. It's a real place here where I'm at. This is Pelican Bay, Cayo Costa, West Coast, Florida. I'm gonna grab this. I'm not on my gimbal, so it might be a little shaky, but it's the only way I can flip it back and forth. Oh, hey, cool, check this out. Every night we get these visitors here. They're pretty cool, huh? They're just bait fish, little bitty things, maybe 6 inches long. I think they're called greenbacks or greenies. They're pretty darn cool. Anywho, forward we go. We have this wind scoop up, which sucks air right down into the cabin. So when it gets up into the 80s and 90s, it really makes a difference. So the sun, as you can see, is not down yet, or not going down yet. So we're going to just show you this. So this is where I patched the squish that I had on my deck, the squishy deck. I drilled all those holes. I filled them with epoxy, which then overfilled and ran down the side of the deck. I've been working on getting that cleaned up. Today I came out and I took the tops off all those white gel coat things. And I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more and fill some more holes. I see that there's some of them that aren't full. Normally my gas cans sit right on top of there, my fuel cans. They're going to have to go back on there too. But there's my jib pole, which is for if you're going wing and wing, you put that out, you attach it to the end of the sail, and you have it all the way out there. And you have the main sail going one way, if you're going straight downwind, and you have the jib sail going the other way, and you stick it out so that it can't do an accidental jibe and mess you up. So yeah, that wind scoop, that's what it looks like from this side. Just sucks the air right into the cabin. I said I hooked up with some bungee cords here to keep it from falling down or anything. Yeah, it's pretty great. I'm loving it. You can see that we still have sun up in the air. But don't worry, I'm going to make this a nice video that you guys will be able to see that sun go down below that horizon. It's pretty awesome. And the thing is my boat cost what it cost, which wasn't a whole lot. That boat right there, probably $750,000. And you know what? We got the same view they have. Part about sailing life. It's kind of disorienting on how far away they are. They're actually about, I'm gonna say, 50 yards away. Okay, so y'all can tell that. This gray boat over here, that's my friend Steve. He's from the Midwest, like Michigan. Did a lot of sailing on the Great Lakes, a lot of cruising on the Great Lakes. The guy behind him here, that's John's boat. John is one of the most knowledgeable sailing people that I've ever met, and we've only briefly met, so I don't really know him that well, but I'm going to get to know him because I like to soak up knowledge like a sponge. I don't know who the boat in the far back over there is. I just don't know. Haven't met them yet. But I do know these people over here. They're on a 2005 Catalina 310 They're actually taking, taking their cruising courses. So they're ASA 104 right now. These are courses that were recommended that I should take also. I can't afford them, to be honest with you. $1,000, $1,500. I figure I can do a lot of learning on my own for that. Then we have a variety of power boats out here too that I'm just not sure of them. This one over here, I believe that's an Island Packet. I don't know who that one is. I'm gonna, maybe if they're still here tomorrow, I'll go introduce myself. And I'm the social guy. I'm the one that'll walk around and talk to people, sail around and run on the dinghy around and just get to know people. So you'll see that on the other side of the trees over here, there's another part of the bay. To get into that, you actually have to really work, and I'm just not, that's not where I need to be. So I'm not gonna be over there. We're fine right here where we're at. And the buildings you see in front of us here, oh, look at the sunset. It is starting to get pretty. But those buildings you see there, this is a state park, and it's closed right now because Hurricane Ian damaged the buildings. It's kind of weird because they're just block buildings. So I don't know how much damage was done, but they are not open yet. And it used to be you'd come in and tie up at those docks there, and you could just walk right across this little spit of land and be right on the Gulf Coast. You know, the Gulf of Mexico is just right 300 yards that way. So that's a house there with a dock. If any of you watched the video with the manatees, I'm gonna see if I can get zoomed in enough to show you the white stake that marks Manatee Bay. Right in the center of the camera there. Why did this stop? Oh, it didn't. Never mind. I thought my recording stopped. I'll bring her back here. A little 2-minute dinghy ride. There's a finger in the frame. Oh, look at our little friends here. Still swimming. They're singing that song by Dory. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You know. Yeah, that's right. Cap'n Jak's a little crazy tonight. I'm just kidding. I'm actually a little tired, but it's been such a beautiful day. How we do our laundry is we have a 5-gallon bucket with a plunger that I drilled holes in, and I just stick the clothes in and plunge them for 5 or 10 minutes and swirl them around and get them all mixed around the soap and all that. If any of you guys watched the video that had the cabbage key in it, that is right over behind that sailboat, straight across the harbor over there. That's Cabbage Key. So rich people live in those houses there. It's on an island. I don't know, man. Pay a lot of money for a house, and then you got to live on an island where everything you have has to be delivered to you. You know, with me, I can take my boat into a city and tie up in a city anchorage and dinghy in and get anything I need. So really, it's not the same kind of a big deal. So I'm gonna walk through over here and show you guys my walk-through transom, because I've always had the seat in there before. Oh, I left my snorkel gear over here because I was outside snorkeling for a while. Janelle, those are your chimes that you gave us. Very chimey. Very chimey. I'm gonna pick up my snorkel gear. We have a shower built in right down here. So when I come up out of the salt water, I can freshwater rinse all my stuff off, and then it doesn't get all gucky. Now I would take you downstairs, but Sissy's watching her show and I don't want to interrupt that. So here is the dinghy, Lumpy Doo 2 actually. because we gave the first name Lumpy Doo to the other dinghy that we just couldn't make work. So this is Lumpy Doo 2. I'll get my hand out of that picture. It's an 8-foot plastic bottom, single, or I think it's a dual wall hull, but it's a real thin dual wall, so it's like only an inch thick. It's nice and light. I can pick it right up on my davits here and hang it. I have a motor mount right here, so I can pull the motor off, hang that here, bring the boat up, all the way up high for when we're sailing. You'll notice these bungees over these straps here. Those we run from across in, we hook it onto the little whoops, hey, we didn't want to do. We were just zoom out, boom. See that little lock with the rope in it there? We just hook onto those, and there's one in the front as well. So when we have those hooked up, they're done like an X across, and that keeps the dinghy from swinging on the davits. I have my fishing rod here. It's a Penn Senator 300 reel on probably a Walmart rod, but that's what we're going to drag behind us when we're moving around and trying to catch some fresh fish, baby. And a Magma grill right there. With the sunscreen, which I'm going to hook up a little bit differently. I just did it temporarily like this, so we can hang out here. This is my shower. I took a shower tonight because I kind of wanted to. You know, I was dirty. I'd been in the salt water for a couple of days without, oh, say hi, honey. The fish are out. I've got that on video, and we can see that the sun is still pretty high in the sky. I might have came out just a little too soon and started videotaping this, but you guys don't mind, right? You like looking at the pretty scenery. Look at those clouds. Oh, the guy's name who's taking the ASA classes, his first name's Kip. I'm not going to give his last name for 2 reasons. 1, I don't know it. 2, I don't feel it's right that I put somebody else's name on my video. So, it is absolutely perfect out here. It's probably 80 degrees, hon?
Yeah, I think so.
But there's just a perfect breeze blowing, and it's relatively cool. Again, I apologize for not having my gimbal on, but I wanted to be able to flip around back and forth, and that thing won't let me do that. I'm too dumb to run it, I think, is the real reason. But we're gonna just say that I just don't have it out here. Windscoop brand windscoop. That's nice. Wow. You guys can probably hear the breeze. It's just a perfect breeze. Absolutely amazing. So it's hard to see, especially right now. I think tide is pretty high. So anyway, I hope you saw me shut the gas off there and how that's done. It's just kind of a cool thing about being on a boat. You can turn that on every time you use it, shut it off every time you're done. Anyway, back up here to see Monsignor Sun as it starts its descent over the horizon. For those of you who are flat earthers out there, I have to disagree with you. I don't feel it's a flat earth. But that's okay. You're entitled to your own opinion, just like I am. Here's something we'll probably never use. You guys may have seen this on here a few times and wondered what it is. It's a kneeboard. I found it floating in the river, in the canal, after Hurricane Ian. I picked it up because I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. But really, absolutely useless. I'm going to give it to my friend Justin and let him just have it because it doesn't matter. It's foam filled. It floats really well. I think it would even float with someone less heavy than me. It would probably just float right on top of the water. So, back and forth we go. You know, this is my home. It's 36 feet long. Comes to a point on one end. And, yeah, is about 11 feet wide. 12 feet wide, 11 and a half, something like that. Oh, I scared the fishies. Sorry, fishies. That's my anchor well right there. Right now my anchor is out about 100 feet from us, stuck in the sand. So, a power motor flying across over there, going real fast. Those guys are always in a hurry. Power boats, always in a hurry. Not sure why. One guy told me the reason he has two 400 horse motors on the back of his boat is because he's going to use it. That's what he said. This is my brand new roller furling. That was put on the day that I actually came and watched him put it on, but it wasn't even my boat yet. I hadn't bought it yet, but yeah, this is the life, guys. I'm telling you. I will tell you another thing though. Something that you need to know if you're considering doing this kind of life. Man, it's a lot of work. There is nothing easy, and nothing takes 5 minutes. A 5-minute job is 2 days usually. Nothing is easy, and I'm not complaining because I don't have a job I have to go to for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Instead, I have my home, which requires constant maintenance. I was trying to show you more of the fish. I can see the water boiling with them, but I can't really see them in the water right now. So, well, anyway, we're gonna go back up here, and we're gonna just do. So I have what they call a bridle on the front of here, and mine's an adjustable bridle. I can go out to where I have about 15 feet on each side of rope on top of my however much chain I have right now. Right now I have 100 feet of chain. I also have 200 feet of rope. So I could run out 325 feet with this bridle and all my rope if we were in deep water and needed to have a long scope for holding, because that's what they call it, scope. Oh, I'm gonna sit down. If you're hearing snap, crackling, pop, and groaning, that's just me, because I feel old today. There we go. That's gonna be a good view to watch the sun disappear over the trees. We're just sitting here bobbing away like an amazing day is coming to an end. And then after the sun goes down and I have to get back in and put all the screens on because the mosquitoes come out then. And believe it or not, it took them a while to get through my Minnesota skin. But right now, I can get bit by mosquitoes again, and I'm not okay with that. I have to go back up to Minnesota and get my skin toughened back up. What do you guys think? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. It's fine. I mean, eventually I'm probably going to wind up back in Minnesota because money's a thing, grandchildren are a thing. I miss my grandkids. I miss them so much. And I know that sometimes they watch these videos. So Raylan, Ezra, Kira, Lexi Faye, Roman, you ever see this video? I want you guys to know I'm thinking about you right now. Riot, that means you too. Listen to your mom and dad, damn it. That's okay, buddy. You're doing fine. Anyway, I left my Dr. Pepper in the cockpit. What are you guys thinking here? This is pretty nice, huh? So I'm going to ask you at this time to please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those fun things that all the YouTubers ask you to do. I said when I started this channel that I wasn't going to be going to all the same places that all the big name YouTubers go to. I don't know if any of them have ever been to Cayo Costa. I've never seen any of them come here. But I'm here. I will be heading back into Port Charlotte to get registration on the dinghy. We're doing that on Sunday, and if we can sail, I'll be making another video then. I don't know if I'll get this video posted until Monday, but right now, just so you guys know, it's Friday. It's about, I don't know, 7:45, 8 o'clock maybe. It's about fantastic is what it is. I absolutely love this, and this video is going to have a watermark in the middle of it because my phone decided to stop recording right in the middle of my video. So I'm going to have to splice them together. So you guys are going to have the Filmora watermark, but that's okay. I don't really care. I guess if it monetizes, they can come after me for that. But what's funny is I pay for Filmora, but they won't let me log in on my phone. So I don't know. It's crazy. It is insane. Look at that cloud going across there. You know, I think I'm gonna zoom a little. Get out there so we can see that sun better as it goes down. Oh, but now we swing a bunch with the boat. I always think it's really cool how fast it feels like that last little bit of sun goes down. It's so cool. It's like exponentially faster than it crossing the sky. Oh. And now the wind picked up a little bit, so I'm swinging in the breeze, and I'm trying to keep this thing centered and straight for my friend Hugh, who always complains when I have my pictures not straight on the horizon line. Said he gets a kink in his neck looking at my pictures and watching my videos. So I'm trying, just so you know, guys. Without my gimbal, it's a little tougher, and with the boat swinging from side to side, it's a little bit tougher. Now we're getting down to the tree line now. So here's a little bit of a challenge, you guys. Maybe one of you can tell me what's your favorite part of the country or the part of the world you live in. You know, I would say definitely sunsets are my favorite part of where I'm at right now in Southwest Florida. You know, and I really love the warm weather. It's going to be kind of hot here the next few days, into the 90s. But I'm okay with that. I can always just jump in the water, and the water's about 80, so it cools you down. It makes you feel better. One of my friends caught a shark in this bay the other day, about a 4-foot lemon shark. We don't see those very often. I see a lot of dolphins. Of course, I have the manatee video here, and that's really cool. Oh, there she goes. I hope somebody's got a conch horn and blows it tonight, because that would really top this video off. So it's an old mariner tradition to blow a conch horn when the sun sets. Look at her, look at her, look at him drop. It just feels like it happens so fast. You know, if you're watching this, if you're paying attention to the sun going across the sky, it doesn't feel, to me anyway, like it's going as fast as that's going. It is pretty fantastic, though. Now, of course, our sunset actually kind of occurs a little bit differently, because we're going to see it go down behind the trees on the island. We're still going to have quite a bit of light, but when it goes out of sight, then I'll wrap up the video, and then I'll edit them together and I'll put it out. And we have no signal out here, so it's going to take 2 or 3 days to upload, which is fine too. I don't mind. I might just wait until Sunday when we get back to where we have connectivity. Or I might just get it started now, and who knows, maybe we'll get a little burst of signal and boom, it'll jump up. That's what happened to my little cabbage key video the other day. It was like barely moving, and bam, it was done. Of course, it was only a minute and a half long, and this is going to be close to 20 minutes of me jabbering, talking about the wonders of Southwest Florida. So as you can see, the last of the light drop into the tree line. Wow, look at those pinks and purples, huh? It's not so bad. Not so bad at all. So let me flip this around. But all right, you guys. Oh, the camera's on the other side now. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed. Cap'n Jak out.